Hello, and welcome to This Is My Architecture. Today I'm joined by Edwin from Cohesity.
Hi, Marie.
Hi, Edwin. So let's start off. Can you tell me a little bit about Cohesity?
Sure. Cohesity provides a comprehensive data management platform for backup recovery, DR, analytics, and security, which we call Cohesity Helios. And this platform is built on a modern architecture, software-defined, that can be deployed on-premise in a customer's AWS account, as well as consumed as a service, which we're talking about today, which we call data management as a service.
That's awesome. I'm really looking forward to hearing about data management as a service. But you guys take a little bit of a different spin on it. Can you tell me more?
Definitely. And what we did is with our DMAS service is we wanted to make something enterprise grade that's scalable, that will scale linearly and up, as well as has flexibility for our customers to do data in whatever environment that they need to.
No, that's great. And so let's dive in. Can you tell me a little bit about where we would start?
Yeah, so the control plane is the management plane, and it's built around microservices in EKS. And the microservices allow our users to come in for the UI, when they come in and use the service, as well as it uses for internal processing, when we're doing analytics for the data inside. And, it can scale from hundreds to thousands as we consume multiple petabytes of data and process data both internally, as well as externally.
No, that's great. Can you tell me a little bit more about those microservices?
Yeah, the microservices are leveraged for multiple ways, and we chose EKS because we want to add new services, when they come on board, but also the services are used to do data processing, so customers can get billing information, analytics about their backups, as well as the UI and how they manage their environment.
And so I see Elasticsearch and Aurora. So why are we using both?
Well, we're using both because we customers' data comes in and we want to store it in Aurora. And then what we want to do is continually analyze the data so that customers know about any type of alerts or any type of analytics that they need to know on their backup.
And so how has Aurora and Elasticsearch made this architecture work for you guys and for your customers?
Yeah, having native services in AWS has helped us provide the information very quickly and store it for a very amount of time, like 30 days, and continue to give customers updates when they need it in real time.
So I see that we have Private Link and Transit Gateway next here on the architecture. Tell me how that fits in.
Yeah, so we talked a little bit about the data plane. That's where the customer stores their data. And any type of data we want to emphasize is secure. So we're leveraging private links to make sure that if it's an inter-region data plane, that it's going over the private link and leveraging everything in a private VPC. So we're leveraging VPC, so it's staying internally and it's secure. And then we have regions in other across the Americas, across different geographies, and we use Transit Gateway in order to talk to those. So everything uses the backbone for protection and speed. And then what we're also doing is as the data is moving in between, you're using the KMS to encrypt the data to make sure that anything data in flight as well as stored securely.
No, that's great. So for Private Link and Transit Gateway, say I want to have inter-region data as well as geo data. How does that work?
Yeah, it works really, really great. And the private link provides that secure connection between, if this is in the east and this data plane is in the east, it provides that private link. So all the data is internally and it has the speed of the backbone. And then if I'm going to a different region across the country or different geo, we're using Transit Gateway to make sure that data is secure and also leveraging the backbone of AWS.
Yeah, no, that's great. And so I want to take us to this final part of the data plane. So I know you mentioned KMS. Obviously, that's super important to make sure data is secure. Can you talk to me a little bit about how we go between these two planes?
Yeah, definitely. So all of the control plane and data plane we've separated so we can scale, have it modular configuration. And the data plane is leveraging EC2 and S3. And what we do is when a customer subscribes to the service, we're using a KMS to encrypt all the data that's moving across the link into the data plane, as well as for each tenant, they have their own unique environment that's provisioned automatically when they subscribe to the service, so we can scale up linearly and horizontally depending on the customer's use case.
Yeah, that's great. So kind of taking a look at this modern approach to data management or data management in general, what's most advantageous for your customers?
Really, the most advantageous thing is to back up very quickly. And we have customers who can do this in less than an hour. So what typically took months or days or weeks, they can do very quickly and leverage the data, have it very secure, scalable, and it can be globally procured.
Thanks for joining us today, Edwin. I've learned a lot about data management as a service. And thank you for watching This Is My Architecture.